I never expected a Thanksgiving dinner to destroy my relationship with my parents, expose my sister's biggest lie, and completely change the way I saw my family. But it all started with 3 small gift bags. My name is Autumn Townsend. I am 33 years old, and I live in a small town in Ohio with my 2 children, 8-year-old Lily and 5-year-old Sam. For years, I had tried to keep peace with my parents. My older sister Brooke was always the favorite. She had a wealthy husband, a beautiful house, and 3 children who seemed to receive everything my parents could give. My children, meanwhile, were always given excuses. I had built a small home bakery called Autumn's Oven after leaving a controlling marriage. I had gone to culinary school and created every recipe myself. It was not a huge business, but it paid our bills, gave my children little extras, and most importantly, it was something I had built without anyone saving me. My parents never really respected that. They saw my divorce as a failure and my independence as stubbornness. Still, I kept bringing Lily and Sam to family gatherings because I wanted them to know their grandparents. Then came Thanksgiving. That morning, Lily painted a turkey card for Grandma while Sam helped me make my famous salted caramel apple pie. We arrived at my parents' house expecting a normal family dinner. The moment I entered the dining room, I saw 3 silver gift bags beside Brooke's children. There was nothing beside Lily, nothing beside Sam. I told myself the gifts must be coming later. After dinner, my mother stood up and announced that she and my father had special presents for the grandchildren who had made them proud that year. Tyler received an expensive gaming headset. Emma received a jewelry kit. Bryce received a large Lego set. My children watched. Sam leaned toward me and whispered, "Mom, where is mine?" Before I could answer, Tyler looked at them and laughed. Maybe they did not earn one. Nobody corrected him. Not my mother. Not my father. Not Brooke. I looked at my children and felt something inside me change. I told Lily and Sam to get their coats. My mother accused me of overreacting. My father said it was Thanksgiving. I looked at him and said, "It may be Thanksgiving for you, Dad, but it is not Thanksgiving for my children." Then I picked up the pie nobody had touched and walked out. On the drive home, Sam fell asleep. Lily stayed quiet until we reached our apartment. Then she asked me why Grandma did not like them. I told her that whatever was wrong with Grandma was not her responsibility to fix. That night, I sent one message to the family group chat. I told them not to invite us again because I would never allow my children to be treated like a joke. My phone exploded with calls. The next morning, my mother claimed the gifts were rewards for academic achievements. She said they were meant to motivate my children. I saved every message. Then things got worse. My mother began telling people at church that I had abandoned the family. Soon, customers started canceling bakery orders because they did not want to get involved then. My friend Patty sent me something shocking. Brooke had opened her own bakery and she was selling my recipes: salted caramel apple pie, brown butter pecan tarts, lemon lavender scones. Even the descriptions were almost identical. Brooke claimed they were family recipes passed down through our grandmother. They were not. I had created them myself. I had dated culinary school notebooks, old receipts, social media posts, and business records proving I had been selling those products years before Brooke. I hired an attorney named Rachel. Then Brooke made a huge mistake. She filed for a trademark using a business name and product descriptions that closely matched mine. Rachel filed an opposition. I used money I had saved for a commercial mixer to protect my business. But the biggest shock came weeks later. Patty showed me screenshots. From a private family group chat, my mother had written the messages before Thanksgiving by gift bags for the 3 kids, not Autumn's children. She needs to understand there are consequences for pulling away from the family. Brooke replied that her husband could get the gifts cheaply. My father asked if it was really necessary. My mother said it would motivate me. Then, after Thanksgiving, she wrote that I would come crawling back by Christmas. Stared at those messages in silence. The gifts had never been about grades. They had been punishment. My children had been used as leverage. That was the moment I stopped trying to earn my parents' approval. A month later, my bakery was accepted into the local farmers market. Brooke applied too. On opening day, I arrived before sunrise with my pies, pastries, menus, and a folder containing all my evidence. Patty gave me a bouquet of sunflowers and told me to let my work speak for itself. By late morning, the market was crowded. Then my parents arrived. They walked straight to Brooke's booth and proudly praised her business while completely ignoring me. Soon, a woman from my mother's church approached my table and told me Elaine had claimed Brooke. Started the bakery first. I calmly showed her my timeline, my business license, my old receipts, my social media posts, my dated recipes. She stared at the evidence and realized the truth. Then, Brooke came to my booth. She told me to stop telling people she copied me. I told her I had not told anyone anything. The evidence was speaking for itself. She became angry and accused me of being jealous. She almost mentioned my failed marriage before noticing that several vendors and customers were listening. So I opened my folder. I placed every document on the table. Then I placed the screenshots from the family group chat beside them. My mother pushed through the crowd and demanded that I stop embarrassing the family. I looked at her and said, "I am not destroying this family. I am finally refusing to hide what you did." For the first time, my mother admitted the truth. She said she wanted me to need the family. Again, she wanted me to come back and accept their rules. That was when I realized she had confused control with love. The market coordinator then confirmed that my business license came nearly 2 years before Brooke's application. Her overlapping products were being reviewed. Brooke packed up her booth. Her husband looked at the documents and realized he had never been told the truth. Even Tyler stood silently. I did not celebrate. Did not need to. For the first time, the truth existed outside my family, where nobody could rewrite it. That evening, I left the family group chat and blocked my mother and Brooke. I left my father's number open, but I stopped expecting anything from him. Months passed. My bakery grew. Customers returned because they loved my food, and I began selling out at the farmer's market almost every weekend. Then Rachel called. Brooke's trademark application had been rejected because my prior business records proved I came first. For once, I did not feel like I had defeated my family. I felt like I had finally found myself. Later, my father sent me an apology. He admitted that he had watched my mother control the family for years because he never knew how to stand up to her. I read the message, but I did not rush to forgive him. An apology can open a door. It cannot rebuild a house overnight. That spring, I started a new tradition with Lily and Sam. We called it our May Thanksgiving. We invited the people who had genuinely supported us, cooked dinner together, and placed 2 small gift bags beside my children. Sam picked his up and asked, "Mom, is this really mine?" I smiled and said, "Yes, in this family, nobody has to earn their place at the table." That was the lesson I wanted my children to remember. Family is not about sharing blood. It is about choosing each other. My parents had many chances to choose. They chose favoritism, control, gossip, and pride. I chose my children. I chose my work. I chose my peace. And if I had to make that choice again, I would walk away from that Thanksgiving table without hesitation. Because sometimes the strongest thing you can do is leave the table where you were never valued. Build your own table and make sure the people you love never have to wonder if they belong.